Hi, today we will talk about the essay on superstitions by Alfred George Gardiner. On superstitions. It is an essay written by A G Gardiner. His full name was Alfred George Gardiner. A G Gardiner was born on the 2nd of June 1865 in the United Kingdom and died on the 3rd of March 1946. He is also known by his other names, Alpha of the Plough. In the essay, A G Gardiner is talking about superstition. Superstitions is a word which simply means believing in something which is not real or a created imaginations. He is here talking about that the people believe something which is actually not real and believe something which they create by themselves, and they start to create the imagination, they start to make imaginations and start to believe on that kind of things. The author is trying to explore the theme of fear. He's saying that the human beings have fear. He is actually trying to say that the human beings have fear in their mind, fear of any kind of things or any situation, or what they are going to do, or for anything they have fear. And to alleviate means to remove this fear, people start to create superstitions. He's saying that human beings have fear, and to remove that fear they start to believe in something which they create and imagine by themselves. They make the imagination and starts to believe on something which is not real. Further, he is saying that these imaginations which is created by ourselves sometimes come our mind, but not always. Ours is an age of science, an age of enlightenment, yet superstitions still haunts our minds. It is still there in other forms, he says. He is saying that even in this age, the superstitions still exist in the other forms and haunts our minds. Gardiner elaborately discovers that how the people are superstitious about the number 13. Gardiner is saying that he actually discovered that, and he finds that the people are very conscious about the number 13, which they find superstitions and they find it unlucky for themselves. The superstitions are so deep rooted in their mind and our mind that the house number 13 or the hospital bed number 13 at once sends a shudder down spinal cord and keep us guessing all the time. He is saying that the superstitions are so deep rooted in our mind that the number 13 or the hospital bed number 13, when we find that actually when we are offered with this kind of number, we thinking all the time about the number, that why we have found this number, we shouldn't have this number, this is unlucky, this is not good. This kind of thinkings that we get all the time thinking about these numbers. He also says that the number B alphabet is considered to be superstitions, means unlucky and bad omen. He is also saying that not only the number 13 but there is alphabet B is also considered to be superstitions, means unlucky and bad. And even the same thing happens with this. When we find this kind of number, we starts to make ourselves conscious about why we have found this number. It is unlucky and bad for us. Maybe something bad will happen, or maybe we are going in a bad situation. This kind of thinkings that starts in our minds and we continue thinking about it. He's saying further, and one concerned about the number 13 and B, and wanted to avoid whenever they find themselves in the situation. He's saying that whenever the people are being offered with the number 13 and or maybe it may be B, they wanted to get rid of that. They wanted to avoid it, and they wanted to change. Maybe they wanted to replace the place, or they wanted to replace the bed of the hospital uh, number 13 to something else. Why? Just because they are being superstitions about all these numbers. For example, when they are offered a table in their restaurant which is number 13 or B, they refuse to use it or ask for other. The same applies to the hospital bed number 13 or B, even in the public transport like bus, etc. They don't want to use it actually. In the essay, A G Gardiner exposed the stupidity of many of our superstitions. But even though A G Gardiner admits himself that he himself is not wholly free from superstitions, the essay not only gives us pleasure but also makes the reader well informed about illogical belief. He is saying that in the essay that is written by A G Gardiner is not only the essay which is giving us a pleasure and entertainment and enlightenment, but it is actually informing us about some of the illogical beliefs and the creations of the own belief and imaginations that the human being is creating and believing in themselves. And because of that is illogical and that cannot be believed as real, it actually changes to something which is called superstitions. And this is an essay by Gardiner, is extremely readable. Here this is the essay that is actually much readable by the readers because of this interesting and entertainments and logical writings. Thank you for watching.